Today we're doing a 20 miler. We're heading to the highest point in Surrey, and there's a tower at the top of the hill, so that should be quite interesting. And there's quite a lot of fields to go through, woodlands, etc. Crossing bridges and just generally weaving across the countryside. And you can see behind me there's a church, and we'll be heading through the graveyard probably in the dark on the way back, so that should be a little bit spooky. Stay tuned for that, and yeah, we'll see what else we can find along the way. Let's get a move on, because I started a bit late. It's about 9 o'clock, it gets dark at about 5-ish, and yeah, we've got a lot of miles to cover, so yeah, see you in a bit. We should, if we're lucky, get the first view of the tower about 3 miles in once we're out these woods. So we just need to weave through these woodland paths for a bit and then reach out into the fields, and there should be some nice views, but if it rains hard we're not going to see very much, so fingers crossed the weather stays like this, and fingers crossed we won't get so many aeroplanes, but I think we're going to. So under these silver birch. Oh, it's so muddy. So I'm going to be coming back in the dark, most likely, and this is going to be treacherous. Well, that plane's close. Pretty cool, these woods. Loads of exposed roots to slide on and break an ankle. Bit of a path block up here. Not figured out what to do yet. Let's have a look. It's a proper gnarly path, this one. Should we climb over? I reckon I can get over that. Right, out of the way, you. Down. She's so excited today. Loving this path. This way. At some point in this video, I've got a feeling I'm going to end up on my bum. It is so slippery. We've had so much rain. Oh, it was nearly then. Just dig my heel in a bit, make sure my grip is in the mud, get a decent footing. This path clearly isn't used much. Sometimes the only option is to run. I think we're going to have to jump this. And then, I'll tell you what, I wasn't expecting this sort of path today already. It's almost like a cross country through the woods route. This clay is quite deep as well. That's it, back on the path. That was fun. Autumn's having fun. Look at the moss on these trees. And a yew tree there, which is quite unusual to be growing in a valley next to a stream. As far as I know, they like well drained soil. We've got a lot of miles to cover today, and I am 2 miles in, so really need to get a move on. Loving this rickety old tree house. That's awesome. Not sure how safe it is nowadays though, but it looks fun. Over this style. You know what? I think we might get lucky with the weather, and once we get up on to the ridge, we should have some amazing views over the South Downs. But it's a long way off yet. That is so cool. Let's have a look from the other side. It looks newer from this side. Obviously it doesn't get hit by the weather so much because that side is southwest. So that's where the prevailing wind comes from. Okay, let's go find a field. Some alpacas there. Oh, that one's a friendly one, that's coming to see us. We'll have a look. Right, buddies. Getting closer, and the clouds are threatening rain, but I reckon we might be alright. We'll see. I've got my rain jacket just in case. When we get to this hedge, we should have our first view of the tower and the hill it's on. That's what we're heading for, that hill in the distance. The tower is there, and that's on the highest point in Surrey, and then top of the tower is the highest point in the southeast, but we've got a long way to go yet and quite a big hill, so that should be interesting. Some moody clouds about as well, really moody. Check out this cool oak. Look at that. Come. Loving this. Look at that. How much character has that got? There's a double stile there. I'm not sure what she's going to do, but I'll leave it to her. Go. That was elegant. Normally if there's a bit of an awkward one, she'll jump through the gap, but yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. Pure class. That's pure class. And there's the hill and the tower in the distance. There it is. So we're heading up there and then along the ridge line, down this hill here, along that ridge, and then up that one with the threatening clouds, and then dropping down from that highest point back into the fields. Bit of sun behind me, don't mind that. Lovely. That way. Up. Quite a gnarly old gate. Lots of lichen growing on it. Loads of character. What do you reckon, Autumn? What do you reckon? Hop. Sounds like a babbling brook. Let's have a look. Lovely. Still very muddy, although this path isn't too bad. Not like earlier through that gnarly bit of woods. That was a mission. But this is quite idyllic. Oh dear. I'm going to let Autumn off for this because she'll have me over. Well, look at those roots. That's cool. Go. And then she's gone. Don't mind this at all. Beautiful. Not sure which way we're going. Is it that way or where Autumn is on that bridge? First I want to look at the bridge, so I'll walk over it. Look at that glimmering in the sun. Yep, we're heading across the bridge, over that stile, across some fields, and then I don't know where. We'll see. It's very slippery. This field is rather churned up. There's probably some horses in it. It's literally, well, it nearly slipped over then, 6 inches deep. Oh well. These boots are pretty waterproof. Let's go through. I'm glad Autumn's choosing a sensible option. We're heading that way, but it might be the wrong way. We'll see. I'm hoping there's a gate that goes out into the field, because the original path I planned was in that field there, but it's really muddy. So we're going to head along the edge of it through the woods, and hopefully there will be a gate. Otherwise we're going to have to jump over the fence. Spin. Because she's so fast, I have to trick her. But she's caught on to it. She knows I'm going to throw it the other way. Bit of fun. Just checking that that's actually oak and not yew wood, because yew is toxic. Yeah, I think that's oak. I won't let her chew it. No, I tricked her that time. Come on in, let's go. Walk on. Check out this gnarly old tree. I think it's a witch elm. Loads of character. Look at that. Even got a bit of blue sky. Go. We're in luck. There's a way out into the field across this bridge. So that was handy. And now we're on the slope, but we're not on the main ascent yet, which is rather steep. I'll just spin you around and show you the landscape. Beautiful day for a walk, especially a hilly one. You want me to throw that, do you? Yeah? Okay, sit. Down. No, that's not down. Down. Just too excited. Muddy finger. Up we go. The wind is starting to get up. This is the largest redwood that I know of in Surrey, except the ones at Great Windsor Park. What you'll find is all the poshos that own the land never wanted to cut down their own trees. They'd be, they'd be protected. So you always find the biggest trees, oldest trees in the land of that aristocracy. But this one is absolutely huge. There's my hand against it for scale, and this is a very wide angle lens. Amazing tree. Okay, we're approaching the steep bit of the hill, so we're going to head up there now. Actually, there's some flowers on these. Are these rhododendrons? I think they are. Some sort of rhododendron type flower. It's been a strange year, but this place is absolutely beautiful in spring. If you check out my Instagram page, it's linked on my profile. Got loads of pictures here, and we'll definitely come back. Check this out. When I mentioned poshos earlier, they will live there with their servants. But that building was pretty much derelict for quite a while. It's recently been done up by the looks of it. Got South Downs in the distance. And that wind is really starting to get up now. But we're not heading that way. We are going through these yew trees here and up. We're heading up this gnarly old path, and with a bit of luck we won't slip over on the roots and we won't break our necks. What do you reckon, Alton? Bit gnarly, isn't it? And slippery. Onwards and upwards. Well, we've made it. We're pretty much at the top. Just gonna check out the view of the South Downs there. Look at that. I will do a zoom in with my phone camera in a minute, because the wide angle lens on this camera, it'd probably be just tiny little specks in the distance. But that wind is really getting up. Some God rays in the distance. Right, I'm going to switch over to my iPhone camera. The wind has really got up, so hopefully you can hear me okay. But that's the South Downs there in the distance. Beyond those God rays. Look at that, blessing the ground there. They're lucky. Beautiful. Oh, my hat's just blown off. Let's go find it. There it is. And just up there is the tower. Just about make out the turrets. So that's the way we're heading. You having fun? Sit. Good girl. Look how beautiful you are. Look how beautiful you are. You beautiful girl. So, Scott Pine here. Amazing view. That is a very popular bench in the summer. Rightly so. So a quick wander around this. Look at that. It's done well to survive the weather up here on this ridge. Loads of exposed roots. What a beauty. Look at that. I imagine it's survived quite a lot of kids climbing it, including me if I knew it was here when I was a kid. I'd have been right up there. Ah, and we have over here monkey puzzle tree. These are lethal. If you see one of these, whatever you do, don't touch it. Don't be tempted to run your hand along these spines. You'll regret it. And I'm guessing they're called monkey puzzle trees because they're monkey proof. Here's the first proper view of the tower. So in the summer that's open. Probably from March onwards it's open, you can go up it. Check the National Trust website. And there's a cafe as well. Overpriced of course. But that is what it is. Leith Hill Tower. So that at the top of the turret is the highest point in the southeast. Well, stand corrected, it was open. And it's starting to get a bit busy, a few people hanging about. And I've got a sausage roll, £4.50, but it's a hefty lump of meat, so I don't mind. But there it is in all its glory. Leith Hill Tower. This way. So yeah, we need to head on out of here along the ridge because light will be fading pretty fast and we've got at least another 10 miles to do. So we're heading this way. Hopefully we'll have a nice sunset because the views from Pitch Hill are amazing. I'll bring you back in a bit. Go right. We're heading down from Leith Hill, down this into this valley, and then the next hill is Holmbury Hill, which has got another amazing view. And then after that one is Pitch Hill, and from there we're heading down, down into the fields. Lots of mud, no doubt. This path isn't actually too bad. It's been paved at one point, or bricked, or something like that. So yeah, it's not too bad, not too slippery. And I need to feed Autumn today. She has got some tripe because it's going to be a long, wet, hard slog of a day. She's needs a bit more substance than the kibble she normally eats. So yeah, she's on the tripe, butcher's tripe. She loves that stuff. And that will be the next clip. You'll watch her eat that disgusting mush. I've mashed it up quite small because I don't want it sloshing around too much in the stomach, and I'll keep her on the lead for about the next hour because it is, yeah, quite a substantial amount of food for her if she's going to be running around, so she'll be on the lead for the next hour. Isn't that delicious? Is it? She's hungry, she's munching that down. This is pretty cool. Bit missing though. Look at that. We're halfway up Holmbury Hill. Just spin you around. We're headed up there. We made it to the top. I don't mind admitting I'm a little bit out of breath. Quite some hill. You can't really tell on the camera, but it's quite steep. It's the shortest, most direct route up though. And we're running against the time, against the clock I mean. Because yeah, I think it's about 2 o'clock and we've still got about 9 miles I think. Not sure, roughly 9 miles probably. And we're heading up through the woods, up through here, and in about 5 minutes we'll have an amazing view, so I'll bring you back for that. We're almost at the top of Holmbury Hill. It looks like we might have the place for ourselves. Just need to head over this brow and then the views will open up. What do you reckon of that then? Not bad. Lots of God rays. Get up on here. Oh, I'm gonna lose my hat. I'm gonna lose my hat. Not bad. What do you reckon, Autumn? A bit windy, isn't it? Soon dry off. So we are camping in the middle of that lot over there somewhere. And that's after, over there is Pitch Hill. We're going to be heading down through those woodlands and fields through those god rays, avoiding that village, I think that's Cranley, and then into the woods. Oh, and through the church, through the graveyard. That should be quite spooky. Oh, and also on the way down off of Pitch Hill, there's a Roman villa ruins. But yeah, look at that view. I'm going to switch to my phone and use the camera that zooms in. Look at that. South Downs in the distance. And over here, that one there is Blackdown. That's where we were the other day, on the corner of that, on the Temple of the Wind. Temple of the Winds. But yeah, look at that, English countryside, absolutely beautiful. And most of that is West Sussex. And then over here, East Sussex. And then further to the east there is Kent. Oh, and the house we saw earlier with a red door is that one there, Leith Hill Place. Yeah, have a Google of that, some history there. But yeah, we need to get a move on. Oh, nearly lost my hat again. And yeah, Pitch Hill is that one there, right in the middle. That's where we're heading next. Got to go down the valley and then up again. We're on the Greensound Way at the moment, and there's some great little benches to admire the view from. And here's one of them. Not bad at all, eh? Absolutely beautiful. Right, we're running out of daylight. The sun is on its way down. We need to get up that hill in the distance there. These aren't your usual benches, a bit more of a higher standard. Pretty trippy walking down here. Lots of hues of green, all the greens. Every single one of them. Actually, I need to stop recording, there's a school coming up. We're at the other side of the school now, up the hill, up to Pitch Hill. So that school was the Duke of Kent. Google that, it's quite a spectacular building. But yeah, obviously can't be filming schools. So yeah, look that up yourself. But we're going up here. Guess which way we're going. Yep. Up, up, and up. We're about 3/4 of the way up now. So not too bad. Legs are starting to feel it though. I think it's about 2:30, maybe 3 p.m. And we've been out since 9ish. And I haven't stopped yet. Actually stopped at the kiosk at the tower to get that sausage roll and ate that whilst walking. But this time of year you've not really got much time for these long walks, and I don't mind walking through the woods at night in the dark, but it just does add extra danger. I really don't want to slip, hurt myself, or bash my knee like I did the other day, and a massive bruise came up, and yeah, I didn't think I was going to be able to walk for a day or two, but I woke up and I was not too bad. So lots of rhododendrons up here, be really colourful in spring, and we are pretty much at the top. Now I'm going to bring you back in a few minutes. Right, the final push, and let's launch the drone.
Rear, follow, 3, 2, 1.
12 miles behind us, still plenty left to roam. Wind in my face, bright brakes cutting through. Autumn's out in front like she's never getting old. Thick coat, sharp eyes, little engine made of gold. Green sand way beneath us, but it's turned to grime. Mud trying to keep me one boot at a time. Pitch hill up ahead, tucked into the trees. Alright then girl, keep moving nice and easy, yeah please. Up on pitch hill, let the world fall small. Wind in my lungs and I don't mind it all. Autumn, stay close, good girl, hold your ground. We'll climb till the light comes spilling round. Chasing light and shadows under moody skies. Step by steady step, watching Surrey rise. Trails slick and heavy, churned up, dark and deep. Boots come up slow now like they're half asleep. Pines lean into wind, branches start to grow. Mild air, restless weather, rain held in its throat. Then the cloud splits open, just a second, then it's gone. Like the sky remembers how to switch the daylight on. God rays blessing distant fields, bright patches in the rain. Little moving windows where the sun still stains. Up on pitch hill, let the world fall small. Wind in my lungs and I don't mind at all. Autumn, stay close, good girl, hold your ground. We'll climb till the light comes spilling round. Chasing light and shadows under moody skies. Step by steady step, watching Surrey rise. 8 miles left to go, yeah, it sounds a lot, but it's just one more step right here on the spot. Wind tugs at my hood like it's having a laugh. Mud on my legs as we grind up the path. Autumn checks in quick just to make sure I'm there. Then she's off again, cutting lines through the air. No big answers, no need to pretend. Just a long walk out and a quiet at the end. Up on pitch hill, 8 miles still to go. Mud up the ankles, but we keep it steady slow. Autumn in the frame, ears up, standing proud. Surrey laid out under moving moody cloud. Chasing light and shadows on the green sand ground. Learning how to be here where the wild air sounds. light and shadows, a pitch hill, me and you.
Views over to the South Downs again. So I thought we'd get here for around sunset, but we've made good time. We've got an hour and a half left till sunset, and we're literally heading all the way out there back to camp. So yeah, we need to head down the hill. We're going to pass the ruins of the Roman villa. I don't think there's anything to look at, but we'll check it out. I think there might be a plaque there. But yeah, we need to get a move on really. We might be able to get back before dark, but we'll see. I'll bring you back in a bit. There's Leith Hill in the distance, and we're going to head down these steps, try not to break our neck, down that way. A bit slanted. I'm going to film all of this because I might end up on my butt, and you lot might as well enjoy that. I'll try not to though. There's lots of hidden roots under the leaves. Wait, good girl. This is so sketchy. Scots pine there. Lovely. Or two actually. Alright, I need to watch where I'm walking. Back in the day I would have run down here. Not in this day though. Way too old for that. Well, maybe not too old, maybe just sensible. Autumn's walking nicely behind me. She knows not to run ahead. There's the road. Whoa, that was close. Yep, we made it in one piece. Right, let's find this Roman villa. Well, the Roman villa, the ruins of the Roman villa is in there somewhere, and there's not even a plaque. So yeah, that's a bit of a disappointment, but hardly surprising. It's in the woods there. Can't even get in there because there's a fence. But yeah, next bit of adventure will be the graveyard. It's that way, and I think it is going to be dark by the time we get there. We've got about another 7 miles ish. I don't know, not looked at the map properly. It feels like it's going to be about 7 miles. So I'll bring you back along the way and see what else we can find. We're going this way, across this little stream, nothing too challenging, and then up these steps. Let's just appreciate those clouds for a minute. Here's the next obstacle. There we go. We're back onto a country lane, so now's a good chance to pick up the pace and make a bit of time back. Bank some time. We're heading that way. Sunset is in about 5 minutes. And then blue hour. We've walked, I think, 16 miles, and look at this dog, look. Still wants to play. Come on, bring it. Come on in. I'm not throwing that. I'm not throwing that. You lunatic. You're mental. Come on. On my legs. Right, this way. Oh, this bridge is a bit dodgy. It's like half floating, half sinking, and proper slippery. And I don't want to go in a drink. Oh, we're over. Losing light. Don't know if it shows on these silver birch, but you can see the colour from the sky reflecting in it. On a pink sunset or a red sunset, you can really see the colour. Right, let's go find this crazy dog. It's the first time I've seen these type of dog flaps that are cut into the fence. Go. She's confused. No, you're not having that. She thinks that's a S-T-I-C-K to play with. No, not having that, you nutcase. What do we have here? They're early. Not surprised. They are quite early. Heading this way. Torch time. We've got about half a mile to the graveyard church and then about another mile and a half to camp, and this is literally, I know this path, it's literally the muddiest path in the world and I'm not looking forward to it. It's just so sloppy and there's no avoiding it, otherwise the only other route is about 2 miles probably just to get to the church via the road. So we're heading straight through here. Coming up to the graveyard. You've got to love it when the footpath runs right through the centre of a graveyard. And these steps are absolutely lethal. Whoever laid them should be ashamed of themselves. Aeroplane's so low. Swoop it. It's quite cool. Be so peaceful if it weren't for that plane. Right, another 1.5 miles-ish back to camp. So I'm going to march on and I will bring you back in a bit. We're going up there. We're on the home stretch through the last bit of woods, and I'm not sure how far we've walked yet. I'll check once we're back to the tent. The wind's getting up and there's rain in the air. I need to pay attention where I'm going so I don't get lost, because just one slight bit wrong and before you know it you're in a bit of woods that you don't recognise. So yeah, I'm going to bring you back when we get to the tent. Just started raining harder, got back just in time, and in the end we did that focus 19.97 miles, 42,938 steps. Was that fun, Autumn? That was so close to 20 miles. Oh, I need to get some dinner on. Get out of these muddy trousers as well. I'll bring you back in a bit. The first cheesy bean toastie and a wrap is on its way. Absolutely starving. Absolutely raining hard as well. We're all tucked up in the tent. We got so lucky with that weather. It's absolutely chucking it down there, as you can probably hear. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.